Hear me? There we go. All right. Testing 1, 2. All right. Welcome, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order. This is your regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. Today is the 28th day of July, 2025. And again, this is your 10 a.m. regular edition of Lavaca County Commissioners Court. And we will start with a confirmation of roll call. Precinct 1.
Here.
Precinct 2.
Here.
Precinct 3.
Present.
Precinct 4.
Present.
And the judge is here, so let the record reflect that all 5 of us are here, present, and accounted for. And with that, we'll stand for invocation. Our most Heavenly Father, thank you for the life you've given us. Life is your gift to us, Lord, and we take that so dear. We hold that preciously to our heart. And may we, any decision that this county makes, this court makes together as a deliberating body, may it be in the best interest of all life in Lavaca County, Lord. And I just ask that you be with these men and women in this courtroom as we do your will here in this courtroom for the people of Lavaca County. And we ask for your blessings today. And all the people that are suffering from the hill country to here locally, we had a 16-year-old that was killed last week, Lord. Just wrap your loving arms around everyone and comfort us. And let us know that you love us, Lord, and we love you, and we want you to know that. And we'll get through all these things together as one community. And we ask for these blessings today in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Now our flags. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right. Thank you very much. For the record, I never write down a prayer. I just say whatever comes to my mind. But we lost some greats this week. Over the weekend, we lost our beloved household coach, Jerry Bonewald, who's been suffering from pancreatic cancer for 2 or 3 years. But he passed away peacefully this weekend. We don't know the funeral arrangements yet. But anyway, prayers to the Bonewald family. He was a great man for this community. Affected a lot of people, a lot of kids. If I could say anything kind about, the most kind thing I can say about this, I played football for him, but he cared more about the kids that didn't play football. He cared equally for those kids that didn't play football. And he was always showing grace and love to those kids that weren't as fortunate to be able to play. So prayers for the Bonewald family. Any other announcements? Public comments? Anyone from the public here wants to speak? I don't see it. But, anyway, this should be a pretty short meeting. I don't think we have a lot to discuss, but let's get started if we have no other announcements. Action item number 2, discuss and approve fiscal year 2026 wildlife management and predator control field agreement between Texas Wildlife Damage Management Association Incorporated in Lavaca County. That's found on page 1 and 2. And basically, this is our pretty standard contract. We'll pay up to $250 a day and not to exceed $5,000 for the predator control. And we let the AgriLife office administer that program. So if you want predator control, you call the extension service. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve. I'll second that.
Motion made by Precinct 4, second by Precinct 3 to approve the fiscal year 2026 Wildlife Damage Management and Predator Control Field Agreement between Texas Wildlife Damage Management Association Incorporated and Lavaca County. Any other questions or concerns or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Number 3, discuss and or approve declaring a 2009 Toshiba eStudio 225 printer with a tag number of 000356 is surplus property from Lavaca County Annex Courtroom. That's found on page 3. Do I hear a motion to surplus that unit?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion made by Precinct 3, second by Precinct 4 to approve declaring a 2009 Toshiba eStudio 225 printer tag number 356 is surplus property from the Lavaca County Annex Courtroom. Any questions or comments? The only thing I'll add, I think it possibly was working. It hasn't been plugged in 2 years, but it's going on good deals. Good luck. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. I don't know who buys used printers off of Gov Deals, but hey, somebody does. Number 4, discuss and approve out-of-state travel for the IT department to attend Genetech training. There's no attachment on that, but anytime one of us leaves the state, we have to have that approved. I believe Washington, D.C. is where Michael, is Wick here? Wick is not here today. Not here, okay. But we're sending Mike Wick from the IT department to a week-long Genetech training. So do I hear a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 2 to approve out-of-state travel for the IT department to attend the Genetech training week. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Number 5, discuss and approve the quote from Outmax Equipment Buy Board Contractor in the amount of $327,731.08 for Lavaca County Precinct 2. That's found on page 4 through 5. Mr. Faircloth, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, Your Honor. As you know, we have limited resources and not a lot of equipment that is that's current. We have an old brush cutter that spends more time broken down, and now we can't get parts for it, and so I get calls. The second most calls I get besides roads are brush cutting, and so I don't have any way to do that, and so I can't continue to borrow equipment. The good news is we have an equipment budget which will sustain this, allows us to purchase it. So it's a buy board purchase, and so I request that the court approve the purchase of this Atmax Mower Max.
Okay, are you making a motion?
Yes, that's the form of a motion.
Okay,
Second.
second. Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve the quote from Outmax Equipment Buy Board Contractor in the amount of $327,731.08 for Lavaca County Precinct 2. And that's for the purchase of a, what would you say that? That's the purchase.
For the Mower Max is a brush cutter.
A mower,
Mower Max.
Mower Max brush cutter.
Let me just say, and this piece of equipment is it's the most advanced I've seen. It's generational. We own some already. We've got some within the county, and they're proven to be a generational type purchase, and so it's not something that we're going to have to go back and do. It has 2 points of hookup from the front, from the side. It's got a 30-foot boom. The attachments are QD couplings that allows like skid steering. If you're not using that attachment, you can put it on the skid steer. So in the event of necessity, we can also do that. So it's got some versatility, and it's got some ability to last with the kind of treatment it's going to receive out on the roads.
All right. I would say this is kind of the year of the brush too. I know one of y'all took a phone call at 11 o'clock at night from somebody about too much, was it too much brush or the grass was too tall in the ditch?
Yeah.
I'm not
Grass is too tall.
Grass is too tall in the ditch. I don't
And
get
it is.
why someone would call 11 o'clock at night, I don't know. But it wasn't me. I just want to make sure you know that. I didn't call. All right, I had a motion from precinct 2, second by precinct 1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The motion passes. All right, next we have number 6, discussion and approve the purchase of a 2024 New Holland Power Star 110 tractor, serial number ELR T51110PRLE50327 for Lavaca County Precinct 2. That's found on page 6 through 7.
Yes, sir. We're continuing to upgrade 25, 30-year-old equipment, and this is the purchase of a 2024 New Holland. And the vendor is Fiber Tractor out of LaGrange, and they are buy board as well, and so they are giving us a $32,819.10 discount off of this piece of equipment. So again, it's something that will last and provide us some longevity in terms of equipment. So we have the budget for it, and so we felt it was time for us to make a move and acquire this piece of equipment. So
I show that final sales price is $81,773.90.
that is correct.
Okay.
It came in at $114,000, and with the discount, it's $81,000. So
I don't see how they get a $32,000 discount, but
I don't either. But according to the buy board,
I guess we don't ask questions. We
that's
just-
their discount.
Yeah, okay. So, is that a motion?
Yes, I make a motion that we approve item number 6, the purchase of a 2024 New Holland Power Star 110.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1, to approve the purchase of a 2024 New Holland Power Star 110 tractor for Lavaca County Precinct 2 at the sales price of $81,773.90. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Number 7, discussion and approve modifying the Lavaca County Road Bond and Routing Agreement. That's brought to you by Precinct 2, brought this issue up. Anyone wants to discuss that with us? That's you?
Oh, that's me, yes, it is, sorry about that. It is,
I don't have any attachments, but I think there's a...
no, there's no attachment to it. I'm constantly, I spend a lot of time working with the oil companies, and we're at a distinct disadvantage because they have conference rooms full of lawyers and consultants to tell them how to deal with us. And so I'm on my own dealing with them, and this is a negotiation process. The road bond says, and the road use permit says that they are to maintain those roads, bring them back to the state they were before they use them. We're having that issue on County Road 244 where the well is right off of 957. They've blown out every corner, they've blown out the road. And then they said and tell me that they were not going to do anything about that. And so I feel like that it would behoove us to go back and reread this permit, have our legal eyes review this, and see if we can close any loophole that they could use to wiggle out of repairing that road. I was able to catch them in time to make certain that they would repair 244, and they are working on that. It's coming into, it's coming into shape. But I don't like the idea of us being at a disadvantage when it comes to negotiating whether or not this road is going to be restored. It's a public road where it belongs to the county, and I don't feel comfortable knowing that here's what they told me: we're not going to fix the road, and we have plenty of lawyers sitting in the executive building in downtown San Antonio. And I said, well, I realize that, and we're a $90 billion company. So they know how to negotiate, and so do I. So I said, well, tell you what we're going to do. No road permit for your expansion on any other projects until this road gets fixed. And so, fortunately, they took that back upstairs, saw that, and said, he's got us. He's got us. Well, okay, that's all I want you to do is do what you agreed the contract to do in the road use permit agreement. That's all I want. And so, the reason I put this out there is because that's what I'm running into. And we met, gosh, 4 or 5 times trying to get to an agreement. And so they've done some things, brought equipment across the new bridge that says no trucks, you can't use that road. We've got cameras set up. We see you. You came across that bridge with equipment you weren't supposed to. You cut a tree over on 225, a generational tree with a limb about this big across the road. They never told me they never got permission to do it. There was no permission to do that, but they cut it. And I said, what happened? Oh, we didn't know anything about this. Well, you paid for the contract. Let me see your contract. We don't have a contract. Well, who cut this tree? So I'm just saying that I want to be sure that we have the best language capable of protecting us when it comes to dealing with these guys. Because they're sharp. They're really sharp. And so I don't have an attorney in my back pocket to fight them. And so I don't want to fight them, but they are continuing to give me grief. And so far I have, been able to find solutions to get the work done, but I'm not comfortable having to go do what we do. It's just not, I don't think it's not a good business practice. So I told them last week, I said, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You told me you would, and now you say you won't. So how am I supposed to trust you to do what you say you'll do? So that's why I put this on. We don't have to take action on this, Judge, but what I would like to do is to refer this to council and make sure that we have what we need in order to protect ourselves. Thank you.
All right. comments taken, and,
Wayne, just remember, we don't have to run it through court. For constituent safety, we can shut that road down
Yeah, yeah.
and then work it out. Because I've threatened that before too, and it seems to,
Yeah, it seems to get their attention. I mean,
It
that's
seems to
the
get their
only way
attention.
to get their attention, so.
it,
anyway.
I think the problem is, I think we've identified there is a problem. I will say this, it is difficult to negotiate with a company, a $90 billion company with a stack full of attorneys and nothing else to do but to make, cause trouble.
and at the same time, I don't want it, we gotta take care of the ones that take care of us too. Like, some oil companies, you ask them for something, they go above and beyond.
That's right.
But then you have other companies that's just gonna
Yeah.
sit there and kick dirt.
Exactly.
I would say maybe this is a question to bring up at TAC as well. I know we go to these conferences, judges and commissioners, and sometimes they're combined, sometimes they're breakout conferences, sometimes there's breakout sessions that relates to commissioners or judges in these. So has there been any talk at the conferences about this issue? Very little. Very little. And one of the issues is because not every county is an oil and gas county. We're
Right.
in the top 60. So we need to bring this up at TAC's attention to see what's out there as far as other contracts, how are other best practices, and so forth. This contract that you're operating by, you all brought it from Fayette, correct?
Yes.
So we borrowed Fayette County's
Yes.
guidelines?
Yes.
So-
Naileen and myself kinda researched it for 4 or 5 months.
Well, we need something that has some teeth in it, that we need, the enforcement mechanism is the hardest part. How do you police your roads 24/7? Because those trucks are running up and down 24/7.
And now Gonzales County contacted me for the same bond, they're looking into enforcing it in Gonzales County.
Well, now's the time to start talking and collaborating.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would suggest maybe, if you want to call them, some joint meetings in these oil and gas counties. What does DeWitt County, how do they,
That's a totally different one, I don't know, I haven't really looked into that one.
okay. There is a solution, to it somehow, even if it's, well, let's contract for materials.
I offered multiple solutions, and, so,
And I think, and there's multiple companies that are operating in our county, and some companies are easier to deal with, some personnel in those companies are easier to deal with. But I think a contract that's got teeth is gonna be the way to go. So I agree with looking into it. All right, so, we're tabling item number 7? All right. Okay, item number 8, present retirement plaque to Donna Muir for 100 years, I think, of service.
125, eh?
Feels like 100? Retirement plaque for Donald Muir for 20 years of service in the Lavaca County Precinct 1 Road and Maintenance Department. Donald, come forward and let's get it. The best we can do for you, these 20 years service, we're going to give you this piece of wood here.
You got to write anything on it.
Okay. Donald, thank you for years of service.
20 years come out to 61,400 hours. At $10 an hour, you are rich.
Wow.
Thank you for your work. We appreciate it. Thank you again, sir.
You want to say a few words? I mean, you want a speech? You want to?
It was a long time waiting.
Thank you, Donald. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. All right, I hear a motion to accept that 20 years of service award.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right.
Kenny.
Beat you to it.
All right. Wait, but there's no action on number 8. But, all right, number 9, discuss and approve the 2025-2026 budget process and any related budget issues. Oh, boy. Where do I start? Now, we've been budgeting. Budgeting is a year-round effect on Lavaca County. We do this year in, year out. We have an auditor's department has a five-member team. We've got a treasurer's department with a 2-member team. Accounting is done yearly. Budget amendments are done weekly, daily, whatever you want to call it. This court has already made some budget amendments for the new fiscal year, so we're going to have to take those into consideration. If you recall, we did the sheriff's. Let me backtrack. For the past 5 years, we have overhauled the EMS department. True statement, right? We've overhauled that department, and they are one of the top-notch departments in the state of Texas right now, thanks to Tim Decker's in the room, Michael Furr, Melissa Leopold, John Schultz. Y'all done a phenomenal job turning that department around. January 6th, Steve Greenwell took office January 1st, and then we went into a overhaul of the sheriff's department. So we have already made a bunch of changes to the sheriff's office January 6th, personnel related, to gear up for the vision that Stephen Greenwell has. Not to knock the previous administration. Micah Harmon built a jail and got us here 20 years, and then now here we go again. The course changes. In January 2024, we had 4 murders on the books. 4 murders in Lavaca County. Okay? And they weren't all ready to go to trial. We've got a lot of things facing the law enforcement community. We've got a lot of things facing the attorney's office upstairs. The attorney's office now takes up all of the 3rd floor. Okay? They got the weight of the world on their shoulders. January 1st, Greenwell took office. They went after drug dealers. We've got probably 4 dealers that we've got them arrested. They're going to be waiting their trial. Some of them are looking at 25 years of life. 25 years of life. We have to try those cases. And they have been diligently working this community to clean it up. So this court has already taken action on January 6th. That was a lot of money at stake that we put into the budget for 25, 26. This court has already taken action on adding a 4th EMS unit. The numbers were there. Numbers don't lie. The numbers were there to support that we needed a 4th unit to give the community what they needed. We've already taken action upon that. So this budget year is going to be pretty tough for anyone else because those decisions by this court have already been made. Now, the key budget issue that came in is we got our appraisal numbers in. And I've sent this to your desk. Do you have this piece of paper right here?
Yes.
All right. So this shows the no new revenue rate, the existing rate, and the voter approval rate, which is the highest rate we can adopt by law. So those are our goalposts from the lowest to the highest of rates. So 0.5124 is the lowest rate we can adopt. 0.5497 is the highest rate we can adopt. And we're at 5.132, which is basically at the bottom, with no new revenue. So that's where we're at. So the appraisal district came in with low numbers as expected. They've been telling me all along that you're going to have to go up, you're going to have to go up, you're going to have to go up. And so the appraisal district is a deliberating body, has the same, same pressures placed upon them as we do. None of our constituents wants us to go up on taxes. They don't want that. But yet we have inflationary costs. We have things that are changing, placed upon this county. So they've been telling us that it's our turn to have, we've been going down for the past 5 years. Now we may have to go up. And when I say may have to go up, Shane and I are working numbers this week. My proposed budget will go out with a tax rate proposed by August 1st. That's what we've said. We've got to the 15th to put it out there, but we're going to do our best to get out there by the 1st so the public has time to look at it. Plain and simple. And then we'll go from there. It won't be pretty, I can tell you that. And but numbers don't lie. People sometimes lie. Numbers don't lie. So remember that. I'm a numbers guy. I've been doing this for all my professional career, working with numbers, and it's a numbers game. So that's all I have to say about that. Do you have any questions or comments at this point? All right. Just remember when I propose that, you got something, Wayne?
Yeah, let me just say,
Sure.
It's never easy. The local municipalities, counties, and cities are being put in the vice. It's coming from Austin. You have to remember that the state of Texas generates their revenue from sales tax. And when I left there in 2019, the budget was $220 billion, and that was a biennial. That was for a 2-year time period. I looked last week. Their budget is ballooned from 220 to 340. They've got $340 billion to play with. And I said anyone could balance that. I mean, they're continuing to mushroom the agencies for the state. If it's TxDOT and we're building highways, I'm all for that. But if it's expanding another agency that just it becomes a record keeper, I'm not for that. But we don't have a choice. As a citizen, if you purchase, if you're a consumer, you're going to pay the state sales tax. We don't have that luxury here. We're being squeezed and constantly told that we cannot impact the tax rate, that we're the problem. And so we are what is the closest thing to the people. County government is the closest thing to the people. People call at 11:30 at night and say, I need my road shredded. Okay? That happens. Okay? The phones don't go off. There's a limb in the road. There's holes in the road. There's animals out. All these things, we are the hands and the feet of local government. We get the work done. And the state sits there and tells us that they have the right to force school districts to recertify their tax rolls every 3 years. They have to. If they don't, what happens to them? What happened over in Moulton at some point?
They cut your funding.
They cut your funding. Schools don't get funded.
What they told us was, we are not raising our taxes high enough. So if you don't need the money, we're not going to, if you don't raise your taxes, we're not going to help fund you because you're not taxing at your highest level. So you're up against a stump. You either raise your taxes so you can get more money from the state, or you leave them there and they cut your funding. And that's happening today. It always did happen.
Well, Robin Hood is just an extrapolation of that.
That's, yeah.
Okay, when we have schools in Lavaca County that are giving back to the state because they've collected too much revenue, what? What? You can't be serious. You can't be serious. But I am serious. By law, the appraisal district has to certify the school's tax rolls every 3 years. Every 3 years. If they don't certify that to the comptroller, the state will cut the school's funding. And yet we're saying, you need to do more with less. You need to do more with less. So we're put in an untenable position because we're going to see you and you're going to say, you're going to raise my taxes. You're the problem. You're the problem. Well, the option is to not do anything. Not do anything. And that is one solution. I don't think it's the best solution, but anyway, it's not what we want to do. It's not what I want to do. Nobody wants to be known as being put in this position and having to make that choice. No one. No one here certainly does. Anyway, sorry, Judge.
No, but we are also paying the appraisal district 30-something% of their budget.
We're the biggest.
We're the highest, yes, biggest.
And let me say that too. I didn't examine their budget. Their budget went up by 12%. I will say this, and I didn't examine it in its entirety. The appraisal district as a whole, what do we have, 18 taxing entities? Debbie, we have 18 taxing entities, is that correct?
I'm sorry.
How many taxing entities do we have?
15.
15 taxing entities in Texas, in Lavaca County. We had a meeting last year with the appraisal district. All taxing entities were invited. There's some pipeline companies, 2 pipeline companies suing Texas counties, and there's like 19 counties involved with the lawsuit. They're, again, as Wayne was saying, they've got attorneys sitting there strong-arming us, and they're suing us. And if they win their lawsuits and we have to pay their legal fees, millions of dollars of lost revenue to the counties. That's at stake right now. It's not Kinder Morgan. I just want to make sure they've been good stewards here. I think Houston Pipeline was one of them, and another one that.
You want to know what Houston owes us?
Huh?
You want to say what they owe us?
I don't know.
$11 million.
11 million?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so there's a lot of things at stake, a lot of pressures involved. Austin keeps messing with property taxes and keeps wanting to change our formulas, and then now they don't want to talk to us. So they're passing a legislation that says we can't fund ourselves a lobbyist or anyone to go up there and voice for the county judges and county commissioners. They want to abolish that. So they're trying to keep us from speaking up, but they want to change everything. And I have argued till I'm blue in the face with Senator Colcourse and Lauterbach to not take the bait on that one because they don't want to give us a voice. But the oil companies, they got a voice. They can pay all they want to, but I can't. Well, y'all don't want to pay me to go to Austin to spend. I don't have time to go to Austin. I go once or twice a year, and that's it. But they're trying to take our voice away and tell us how to do things, and it's legislation from Austin is not the best way to do it. As opposed to right now, we're at the confines of state law, essentially, with what we can and cannot do on a tax rate. There's pressures. There's obvious pressures. And then these are the same people that mandate everything, unfunded mandates. They want to tell us what to do and how to do it, and then we have to go tax it, pay for it ourselves. There's power struggles going on right now between the county government and your state government, for certain. Anything else? I just want to prepare everyone that proposed budget will come out. I'll try to have it posted online by August 1st. Don't hold me to it. I've got till the 15th, but I'll try to get out there early so everyone can look at it, and then we'll go from there. By August 11th, that's our next meeting, correct? Is that right? Yeah. August 11th, I'll try to have what we've been referring to as a State of the County address, so I'll kind of give you my overview of why we're at this point and what's driving those factors. I'll try to have that for the press as well, so y'all can have that to look at and digest. Is this issue is affecting us? We're the largest taxing entity in Lavaca County. It's affecting our cities. It's affecting our school districts. Our cities, I wouldn't want to be on city council right now. They're having a hard time struggling. So we've known this is coming, so we've been trying to take a lot of burden off of our cities. We put in the telecommunication system. We still owe $2 million on that system. We have a lease payment on that. We're trying to take that burden off of the city. So we put the system in. We dropped their dispatching fees, so the cities don't have to pay us dispatching fees. Trying to alleviate some burden. So and anytime we can help, we pay 100% of EMS in Lavaca County, with the exception of Yoakum Emergency District. But we're the backup to Yoakum. We're always in Yoakum, backing them up. So we have collectively done that ourselves. And we run the jail for the 4 cities as well. So 4 city police departments, they bring it to our jail. Lots of burdens on the county, lots of burden on the cities and the school districts as well. So I just ask for the public's patience with your cities and your schools during this time as well as the county. We're going to get through it. We have some cash on hand. We're going to get through this, but there is a cost to everything that happens to us. So there's nothing to really approve. I just wanted to be able to bring this up to y'all's attention, and we'll go from there. Any other questions, comments? Anything on the table? Questions, comments? Going once, going twice, moving on. All right, number 10, discuss and deliberate any last-minute budget requests and or hear budget requests from officials and or department heads who missed the budget workshop. We had a great budget workshop last Wednesday. Is there anyone here that wanted to present? I don't think there was anyone that signed up. I just put it on there just in case. But we had a great budget workshop on Wednesday. We heard from our Sheriff's Department, our EMS Department. Who else do we hear from? County Attorney's Department. They've got some stresses. I tell you what, just talking about stresses, Victoria has stresses. Victoria County has got stresses. They've got a triple homicide. The prosecutor wants to put them to death, and where's the money for that? And it takes money. Oh my Lord! If you're gonna try someone for capital punishment, it's almost non-existent nowadays because it just costs millions of dollars. Because you try the case today, and they finish it next week or 2 weeks from now, or 8 weeks from now. That's a burden in itself. But then it's a 20-year process for appeals and stuff, and it just so we've got issues. Victoria County has issues. Pray for them as well. All right. I don't think anyone wants to deliberate or discuss their budget. But anyway, we had a good productive meeting on Wednesday with a lot of officials here. All right, number 11, discuss and approve transferring a 2020 Ford Explorer VIN number 1FM5K8ABOLGC 546 from the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to the Lavaca County Judge's Office. That car is going to the EMC at this point. Our EMC was involved in a accident, not his fault, that totaled a truck. And so this car is going to replace that vehicle until we have some time to replace his. Do you hear a motion?
I move we approve transferring a 2020 Ford Explorer, the VIN ending in 52546 from Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to the Lavaca County Judge's Office.
Okay, second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to transfer a 2020 Ford Explorer with the last VIN of 2546 from the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to the Lavaca County Judge's Office. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Number 12, discuss and approve transferring a Ford F-150 VIN number 1FTFW1E55MFB80582 from the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to Lavaca County Precinct 2. There's no attachment there. Do I hear a motion?
I so move.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1 to approve the transferring Ford F-150 with the last VIN of 0582 from the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office to Lavaca County Precinct 2. Any questions or comments? Does it run?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's
Full of gas?
runs as long as there's gas in it.
It runs good.
Anyway, we appreciate the Sheriff's Office. I know, Josh, you're here representing the Sheriff. Appreciate y'all transferring these vehicles out. I know they're high mileage, but they'll work for us for a while. Anyway, motion made by precinct 2, second by precinct 1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Number 13, discuss and approve upcoming mandated state changes to agenda postings from 72-hour notice to a 3 business days notice and the effects on the court and operations, and consider changing court dates to accommodate in 2025, 2026. This is a doozy here. We're used to getting that agenda out Friday by 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we can have court on Monday morning at 10. And it's worked for all these years. Now this changes things. We'd have to have that out by Tuesday. And so a week passes, you put your agenda out and a week passes by. I just want to hear some discussion, what y'all feel about it. I know the newspaper comes out on, I'd like to know what Wednesday. Monday mornings are probably ideal for the newspaper. Is there any change to the newspaper's printing dates? Is there any change to the newspaper's print dates? No, never?
It normally has to be in by noon on Monday, right? To make Wednesday's paper.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is one of those mandate, it's something that Austin just chose that they think they need to do. So we would have, if they go, and I think did this pass, or is it still on the governor's desk? Because I was conflicted on that. Someone said it didn't pass, but then Jim Allison said this is going to go into effect. So
Haven't seen notice.
he told judges to prepare ourselves. So we'll get this notice again before September 1st. If it does, we'd have to post our agenda Tuesday, wait around till next Monday to work on the agenda, and then the cycle is just going to be confusing. I know Shane and I have talked about going to 1 day a week, but still, I don't know. I'm just want to hear some discussion. How's it going to affect the departments?
Payroll, bill paying is going to be affected. It actually helps.
Get it out quick.
If you have weekly meetings. I notice a lot of counties have gone to weekly meetings.
Either that or change the date.
Are we 100% this can go into effect yet?
Well, I was told the governor's going to veto it, but then Jim Allison, our attorney for tax, said this is going into effect. So we're looking.
Let's find
I don't want to
out.
make a decision today. I just
Yeah,
wanted to bring.
right.
I wanted to bring out to your attention. I could even see a Friday meeting. Post by Monday. You've got all day Monday to work on your agenda. get it up by 5, have a meeting on Friday morning. So, and then that way, you have a meeting on Friday, the paper still has time to get whatever they want to print news, real time. They've got the weekend to prepare for the next page. But I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all give me some feedback next time. We'll rehash this out. But it is going to change operations and the flow of how we do business. So I don't think there's anything to discuss or approve, but I want y'all to just be aware of it at this point. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Last item we got is number 14. Discuss and/or approve date and time for calling a special meeting of the Commissioners Court to be held at the Annex Courtroom for the purpose of touring and inspecting all annex facilities, including the newly acquired property at 400 North Texana. I put this on there because I want the Commissioners to go walk through that building. If we discuss a demolition plan, I want y'all to be able to look at it and give the court your input of how you best see demolishing the building. And then we have some changes to the annex. The elections department has been being overhauled, remodeled. We're waiting on a door and 4 floors to be installed, and we'll be through with that. Any dates or times?
There's nothing out there on the internet saying it's going to change.
Next meeting is gonna be August 11th. We're going to have a lot to cover, especially with tax rate and budget and all that. So I think I'd like to do the August 11th meeting here, unless we want to adjourn from here to go over there. We can do that. We did that before. We adjourned from here. Like the last time of the day on 11th could be to adjourn to go to annex and tour the facilities, and then we can adjourn. We can adjourn our meeting from the courtroom. Does that work?
That'll work.
No.
Okay.
Hell, you just didn't.
To my left? 3 and 4 saying that could probably work. We'll just,
That's fine.
August 11th, we would adjourn from the courtroom here.
You can go over there.
Recess from here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because we did that with jail that one time, didn't we?
Yes.
We just adjourned at the,
Yeah.
we didn't have.
After we get through with budget, I would like us to get back on that kind of cycle of yes, ma'am?
Y'all talking about the 11?
Yes.
I mean, that's too much. I mean, I have to go back to my office and get notice in the paper for this tax rate. I mean, not that I have to be around y'all, but.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, the main thing is probably just to take a quick peek inside the building. I don't know if y'all have looked in that building or not. And then, just so we can convene as a body to do it, because we have to take some screws off on those doors to get in there. But, I mean, you don't have to be there.
So you're wanting whoever to go can go.
Yeah, it's not like it's not mandatory, just wherever we go as a body, deliberating body, we have to put a public notice out, so that's what we're doing. So. Yeah, it'd be like like, we would get consent agenda done, and then the last thing we do is we would adjourn to go over there. I mean, I think we could probably, I'll look at this, I think we could probably even just say, hey, we're just alerting the public that we're gonna go tour that building, and it's just an alert. We're not gonna deliberate anything over there.
We're gonna have a quorum, so we're just gonna.
We have a quorum.
make sure we're
We have a
looking
quorum.
at the Bottom line.
Okay, so you don't have to go into the building. Okay. All right, so y'all wanna, you're gonna incorporate this into August 11th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll put that back on the agenda for August 11th, so I don't need a motion on that. Okay, next we have consent agenda. Do we have a motion? What's that? We don't have to have a motion, because it's gonna be placed on the next agenda that we're gonna go as an item. Any one of us can put that on that agenda, and they can vote not to go if they want to go. Okay, yep. We don't have to have a agenda list. We don't have to vote on anything. Okay, number 15, consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with one motion, second, and vote?
I make that motion.
Second.
Motion made by precinct 3, second by precinct 4 to approve the consent agenda as provided. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are in consent. Our microphones will go off until we're out of consent. All right, we are out of consent. Our next meeting, number 16, announced next meeting is August 11, 2025 at 10 a.m. With that, do I hear a motion to adjourn or any other business of the court? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Yes. Second.
Motion made by precinct 1, second by precinct 2 to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned till August 11th.